Sean Michael Cox joins us live from Helsinki. He is the Director of Academic Affairs and International Programs at Bahcesehir University here in Istanbul. Thanks so much for speaking to us. You know, I know this extra step has been taken in launching this impeachment inquiry, but I feel like we've been here before. Instead of this time, we're waiting for transcripts rather than a report that might show the president did something wrong. Is Congress more confident this time or just more desperate, as Trump says they are?
Part of the reason that they decided to launch an inquiry now is because the Ukraine issue is a lot simpler to explain than campaign finance laws, than the complicated Mueller investigation and what happened with Russia. It's a very simple question. Did Trump use his influence as president to try and influence a foreign leader to investigate a political opponent? It's as simple as that. And Pelosi was pressured by a growing number of members in her party to say, this is it. This is what we can win with. And so she was compelled to launch the inquiry.
Okay, you've explained it in very simple terms, but actually the administration will argue that the Ukraine issue is a lot more complicated than that, because if you look at Joe Biden, I mean, he already essentially bragged about having demanded the firing of Ukraine's chief prosecutor, basically, because the White House believed that prosecutor was corrupt. Now, Trump says Biden actually got him fired to help a Ukrainian company that employed his son, or that his son did business with. So how clear is it, actually, that Biden did something different from what they're accusing Trump of doing?
Well, the fact of the matter is that if Biden did something like this, he did it when he was in office, and he's not in office now. So it's a done deal. It's in the past. This is current affairs. This is something that Trump is doing right now. So yes, in fact, Joe Biden may have done something like that. He could have been possibly found guilty of doing something like that, but that's when he was vice president, not when he's a candidate for president. It looks bad to him from a campaign perspective, but Trump is actually an elected official. He's the president of the United States, who could potentially be using his power to influence the outcome of U.S. elections.
Okay, so where do you see all this going? I mean, especially as the 2020 campaign moves forward.
Well, it was a risky move for Pelosi to launch the inquiry. It's why she's been delaying doing it, despite calls for an inquiry for at least 2 years now, because it could backfire against the Democrats and against her, very much like it did against Newt Gingrich and Republican House members in the 1998 impeachment inquiry against Bill Clinton. It could be perceived as a personal attack, a vendetta against Trump. It could be seen as election year posturing. It could drive middle-of-the-road voters who are tired of political turmoil away from the party. So it's a very dangerous gambit for the Democrats. However, we're in a long process right now. The inquiry has just been launched. There needs to be an investigation. If it's determined that charges will be filed, then there has to be articles of impeachment drawn up. Then you have to have a vote, which only requires a simple majority before even going into the Senate. So there's still quite a ways to go yet.
Okay, Sean Michael Cox joining us there from Helsinki. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.